working on a birthday fun fold card using the Fluffiest Friends stamp set. We will be using a boho blue card base, and then we're adding a bunch of fun elements with the celebration paper, flight, and air. And we'll be doing something kind of fun foldish for the middle of the card, but we're going to decorate the outside just like you would do any card. Grab my ink or my glue, sorry. And I am not using these birds that are on this flightenary paper. That's not the side I'm choosing to use today because we're using the bird from the Fluffiest Friends stamp set, and I didn't want them to compete with each other. They're both cute, but in their own special way. They don't go well together. So I'm using the fresh freesia side for the card layer, and then next I'm putting some leaves. It's a good thing that I could just clean that glue red up. Right. And next, I have some floral paper pattern that I'm putting on there. Going to be doing some stamping before I add that little piece to the front. I think we're going to switch modes for a minute and do some stamping. Okay. I'm going to want to stamp using Tuxedo Basic Black. And there are new online only exclusive stamps coming next week, actually. And I pulled today's sentiment for this card from one of those. These are called Sweetly Scripted. And this is the happy birthday script. There it is. And then while we're stamping, I figure we might as well just go ahead and stamp just about everything we need to. Going to be stamping several of the images from the Fluffiest Friends stamp set. I'm going to be doing the bird nest with pecan pie. And I am going to be using my blender pens with all these stamped images. That didn't stamp well. Let me try it again. To just pull the ink into the image. So I will just be grabbing, when I do this, it's pulling the ink from the stamped edges into the center. This is how I decided to add color to these images today. And then on some of them, I will be using my markers to add some more color later. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off my stamps as I go with my chamois. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this little guy. I still haven't figured out exactly what he is, but I'm thinking maybe he's a guinea pig. I don't know. But today he's going to be brown. So whatever he is brown today. I'll be going back in with markers later and adding some pink for the inside of his ears and his nose, and a different color for the balloon. Then we have the bunny, who I will be stamping in pebbled path. So we have kind of a gray bunny. Not making him a very dark gray bunny, but it's just giving him a little extra color. And I think that's perfect. Okay, clean that up, and we'll get the birds on there. Going to do a couple of the little birds using boho blue. I think I'll be adding a little more color to these birds with some markers here after a bit. not quite as fluffy blue as I was thinking I would like to have. And then finally, we're going to stamp the cat. The cat is bringing a birthday present. And I use pumpkin pie, so that's a pretty sharp orange. But I'm hoping as we pull it, it will lighten up and be more of a peachy orange color. I didn't want any of these to be really darkly colored. So that's why using a blender pen to just pull some of the ink is a perfect way to do that, to just get a lighter image. We will go back and color the um, flower and pot with markers here after a while. Okay, there we are, done with those. Set them aside for now. And the only other stamping I have to do is to stamp the sentiment that will go on the inside of the card. And that is this right here. It says, I hope your day is filled with joy. And I wanted to stamp that on a piece of boho blue using Pepper Path. And then we're going to start cutting and punching out all of our stamped images. This is from the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. And we are going to use the Heartfelt Hex or the Hexagon punch to punch that out. Now, the Hexagon punch is currently out of stock. It is scheduled to be back in sometime in April. Didn't quite get it over as far as I wanted, but there it is. It still works. And then going to grab my mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and we are going to die cut all of the Fluffiest Friends stamped images. I have the base plate and one cutting plate. And then I'm going to start putting my dies on here and attaching the frames with washi tape. so that hopefully they won't scooch around too much. May have to do this in two separate um, times, sending it through. So I don't want to get the dies too close to each other, the frames. So we'll send this through and get those, and then we'll go back and get the bunny and the second bird. And we'll hope that all of these stay together good enough to get the image that we're looking for. Okay. Then we put the other cutting plate on top, and then we will start it. I will try to carefully remove these dies. We'll take them apart after a bit. That was close. I do want to go ahead and get the bird out so I can reuse the bird duck. We have the bird and bunny. And we need to cut out. And then I'm going to do a couple, probably more than a couple balloons as well. I'm going to have to get new washi tape roll here pretty soon because I am using up my washi tape. Good thing I have a bunch in the other room. Okay, and we'll put on the second cutting plate. Send this through. there. And we'll grab some colors and the balloon dies. There are two that come with the Fluffiest Friends die set. So we'll just be doing them out of several different color strips I have here. I believe it's Fresh Freesia and maybe Bubble Bath, Boho Blue, Soft Sea Foam. You could make these in whatever colors you wanted. Now somehow I, oh, there we go. I've lost the smaller purple balloon. Strange. Balloons are trying to run away around here. We'll get one green one and one blue one, and then we will start putting the card together. Ah, the big purple balloon was hiding the smaller purple balloons. That makes sense. Now we're going to do the fun part that you've probably been waiting for since you heard that we were doing a fun fold today. And we're going to create the fun fold inside part of this card. Here it is right here. It is a piece of the designer series paper cut 11 by 4 1/4, and then it's folded in half, and then each side is folded up. Now we're going to cut off a little part of one side because we're making a gift card pocket. And so I'm lining it up, and I'm just going to take a little bit at the edge. And then we are starting it by gluing this end down, the non-pocket end. And then on the pocket end, we want to add glue only around the edges because we still want there to be an opening pocket to slip your gift card into. So the easiest way to do this is just, well, if by glue would work, that would help. Let's see if this one will work. I do have more if I have to. Okay. Just put a little bit of glue around the edges. Then put this away for now. Shut your card and hold it, rub it maybe a little bit, and then your pocket edge is glued down. And there is still room to slip a gift card in there. Now, I wasn't thinking because this is harder. Maybe you should decorate all your edges before you glue it inside your card, but I didn't. So we're going to do it now. I have these boho blue pieces of the Flight and Aero Designer Series paper that I'm going to put on each of first three rectangles. Yeah, definitely decorate it before you completely glue it. It'll be much easier that way. You can still do this, but it's harder. I'm going to go ahead and close it so that that glue will set better. And then I'm going to glue my sentiment on my gift card pocket. I don't have a gift card to demonstrate, but we'll pretend that this little triangle is a gift card and it will just slip right in there. Okay, now I'm going to finish up what I was doing with my Fluffiest Friends little people. And we'll get them all put on this card. And figure out what to do with my extra balloon dies. I did get out, or I am using another celebration item. This is the 2023 new core colors markers, and they are a free celebration item with $100 order. So, and remember, celebration ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. and add just a little bit of glue behind this bunny's cupcake so that it hopefully doesn't completely come all the way off. All right, there we got it back glued back down. And now I'm going to do some coloring on my kitty, bunny, and guinea pig. And I'll be using a bubble bath marker to add just a little bit of pink in the bunny's toes and nose. And the kitty's nose and the guinea pig's nose. Then I'm going to grab a pumpkin pie marker to color in the flower pot that the kitty is presenting for the birthday boy or girl. Probably a birthday girl. I I think the Flight and Airy paper lends itself more to a feminine project. That's one great thing about these Stampin' Up markers is they do have both the brush tip and the binder bullet point tip. Oops, I threw my markers all over the floor. I think maybe, yeah, it looks like it. I want to use the lemon twist and the lemon lolly and the berry burst for the flower. And going to use the berry burst for the cherry on top of the cupcake. Then I want to give the cupcake a lighter bubble bath um, frosting with the Fresh Freesia cupcake liner. And finally, we have the balloon. And I think we're just going to make a Fresh Freesia balloon. Oh, and I see my birds need their beaks. We'll just use lemon lolly on their beaks. And I know I said I was going to color in their bodies a little more, but I don't actually think I will. I'm liking soft way all the animals are colored. Okay, and now we're going to glue them on the inside. Oh, my came there, it's back somehow. I think what I want to do is, well, the kitty still has a little bit of washi tape on its foot. I wonder what that red circle was. We're going to glue down the kitty. I think I will put the kitty. Oops, oops, oops. That's not where I wanted the kitty. But I do want the kitty right in here. And we'll put the guinea pig or whatever it is, holding the balloon right there. And the bunny will go right here on this first block. And so there you have the bunny, the guinea pig, and the kitty, and the sentiment. Open it up, and there they pop up. Now let's finish getting our birds and balloons maybe put on the front. Going to use my dimensionals to attach the nest and the happy birthday sentiment. But happy birthday right there. And then we will be attaching the nest and putting a couple of birds in the nest. There we go. There's the nest. Get some glue on our birds. And there's one. There's the other one. They are looking at our balloons floating in the sky. Think going to just put, actually, glue dots would be perfect for these balloons. There's one. and a blue one, and a green one. I just want to put the one big purple one over here, floating on the sentiment. Okay, I have an extra purple balloon. So here is our birthday card. It says, "Happy birthday," and there's a couple of sweet little birds watching some balloons floating by. And you open it up, and surprise, it's a pop-up fun fold element with a bunny with a cupcake, a guinea pig with balloon, a cat with a flower, and it's a pocket that you can put a gift card in that says, "I hope your day is filled with joy." I hope you enjoyed this and come